Hey, what's going on, gang? Welcome to the Hot Minute Podcast with Pat. I look forward to sharing this podcast with you all. It's new, raw, exciting, unscripted, everything you can name, man. Uh, so, thanks in advance for everybody who decides to watch the podcast, and I appreciate you in advance once again. What I'm doing with this podcast is sharing my life experiences, both as just a regular person, as a photographer as well, because I'm a photographer as well. And what I want to talk about is just like anything that I might have went through that maybe can help you get through your everyday life and whatever else is going on. And also on the photographer side, I want to talk about my obstacles I overcame, my trials and tribulations as a photographer, how I got to where I am now, and any advice I can share that can help you get better with photography as well. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting, man. I look forward to sharing this with you all. This is episode 1 of the podcast, and it's a few things that I really want to do with this podcast. I want to be able to share love with some of my friends and family who are out here in the community doing positive things to impact everybody in a positive way. So don't be surprised that if you hear the name of my podcast. I think it's gonna be really cool to share that with the world. Sometimes we don't give people their flowers like we should. And my thing is though to give people their flowers, give them their flowers while they're here. It's very important for people to know that they are loved and they are cherished and they are valued while they're here. So that's definitely something I want to put out there in the open. Now I know I initially said I was gonna call it 60 Seconds with Pat, but I decided to change that the hot minute of Pat because I feel like sometimes it's gonna be a conversation that's gonna be a lot longer than just 60 seconds. I just decided to come up with the name 60 seconds because it was catchy. But instead we're gonna go with hot minute. So I hope you all look forward to the hot minutes that I decided to share with you guys. But on my solo podcast episodes, they're not gonna be long. They'll be kind of short. But I'm gonna make sure they're impactful for you. You know what I'm saying? I want you to take this with you throughout your life, and maybe you can use it as words of wisdom, or some type of motivation. I think it's important to share that with the world. And also, another thing I plan on doing later on down the line, after I get a couple more episodes in my belt, I want to start interviewing my family and friends as well. Get to know people that I know personally and let the world get to know them as well. I think that's super important to give people a platform. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really looking to gain any notoriety or fame off of what I'm doing. What I'm doing, I'm just celebrating each and every person that I decide to bring on to the podcast because I think sometimes we need to hear somebody else's life story too to help us out with things in life too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's definitely what we're gonna be doing on this podcast. And the 60 seconds part that I was talking about earlier. Now, when I say 60 seconds, what I mean is I want somebody who I bring on or myself on the episode to within 60 seconds give somebody information that can motivate them and keep them afloat. Anything that you want to share with the world in 60 seconds or less. So I definitely look forward to bringing people on my podcast. But the thing is, though, the one thing I do want to say is that I want to have a open podcast where I don't want to just be stationary. I want to be able to travel to you, or if I'm somewhere at an event, set up my camera and just pod, man. We just gonna sit down and pod, have a good time through and throughout. Just kicking the bobo and everything else, man. I think it's gonna be dope. To go get around and hear people other sides of the story and things like that. And also, I want y'all to know we on some white Air Force energy, but I'm gonna let you go off though. Like, you got anything on your mind you want to share? Definitely, please share it because I think it's something the world needs to hear. And just know it's not gonna be opinionated. Um, I won't be giving my 2 cents on anything, but I will have some questions if you do have any animosity with anybody or whatever. I hope you don't, because we preach Air Force, white Air Force energy over here, not black Air Force energy. So that's number one. And number two, let's just go out and have a great time doing the podcast. You know what I'm saying? So definitely. So to start episode one off, what I want to share today with you is these words that I've recently come up with that I never really got a chance to really put out in the world. But what I am going to say is remember this thing that, remember this quote I'm going to tell you. Motivation is like, well, staying motivated, should I say, is like trying to stay hydrated. And what I mean by that is, sometimes you don't want to get up and do things. You have to find some type of motivation to want to, do what you want to do in life. What's your reason? What's your why? And how you going to do it? The same thing like when you have to drink water, anything else that can keep you hydrated throughout the day so you can stay afloat, stay focused, stay ready at all times. Because, it's been times with myself where I ain't felt that motivated to do things. But you know what? I think about the how, what, and why I did it, why I'm doing it, to make me stay afloat and stay focused and stay motivated. It's easier said than done sometimes. That that we do these things that we don't want to do because it's always a reward at the end, and there's always light at the end of the tunnel that you're gonna see. You might not see it right now because it don't seem like it's not like it's so far away, but at the same time, it's obtainable. You just gotta want it. You gotta want it. Like you gotta go out and drink that water. Like they say, tell you drink 8 bottles of water a day. You gotta get up and think like, oh, I need to get myself hydrated, aka I need to get myself motivated. So I'm gonna get up and do what I gotta do. It's like somebody who go to the gym at 5 o'clock, which I commend you for that. Most people can't do that. I'm more like a 7 o'clock guy. Them extra 2 hours are crucial sometimes, but at the end of the day, yeah, man, that's something I think a lot of people need to hear. And motivation, some people lack sometimes because they get discouraged. And I know it's easy to get discouraged. And I'm gonna use an example. As a photographer, it's been times where I'll get on my IG, and this is why you don't pay attention to what other people are doing, but you can get motivation from them, but you don't pay attention to it. It's been times as a photographer myself that I've looked at somebody's work on social media. I'm like, man, dang, I wish I could do that, but I'm not good enough for that. But then I have to snap back and around, like, yeah, you are good enough to do that. You right now you just lacking motivation, like when you're thirsty, you know what I'm saying? And you need to drink some water. So what you need to do is get back on your high horse and try again. You know what I'm saying? Practice makes perfect when we talk about stuff, like especially like photography. The more you shoot, the better you get. It's a trial and error thing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a while for you to actually catch on, just like it's gonna take a while for you to stay motivated at what you're doing. But when you see the fruits of your labor pay off, it's so easy to want to continue to do it. You know what I'm saying? Unlike not wanting to do it, because you're seeing something that you love pay off, and it's so easy to just give up. But at the same time, though, if you give up, it's always going to be in the back of your mind, like, what if I had not given up on what I was doing? I'd be a million miles ahead by now, right? But it's easier said than done. And I wanna say that I hope that what I'm saying on here is able to keep you guys motivated in some way, shape, or form. So that's gonna be the end of this episode. I appreciate you all watching, and like, share, comment. It's gonna be on. Let's see. I think I want to put it on Facebook for a while, and then we'll go from there and see how everything goes. Peace.